Time can create money, and money can buy time. They influence every part of your life, so mastering them is an essential part of succeeding. You should get to choose where your hours go. You should feel safe and secure with your money. We live in a system where you can master these things, but only if you play by the rules. Know the rules and play by the rules, and you'll join the ranks of winners. So let's dive in. Here are 15 rules to master time and money. Number 1, understand the feedback loop of wealth. The feedback loop of wealth is simple, okay? You use your time to generate money, then you reinvest that money to create more time. This cycle builds on itself, multiplying your resources over time. Warren Buffett summed it up perfectly, okay? The rich invest in time. The poor invest in money. The rich don't just think about earning money, they think about how their time is spent and how it can generate lasting value. They use their time to build systems that keep producing wealth. Then they reinvest that wealth to buy back their time. The poor, on the other hand, often focus on spending money instead of investing it, which keeps them locked in a cycle of working harder for every dollar. You're turning time into money and money into time over and over again. Number 2, don't anchor yourself to the present. When you anchor yourself to the present, you sacrifice your future earning potential. Now, there are 3 main ways that most people keep themselves anchored to their current state. 1, they always look for immediate comfort. 2, they indulge in short-term pleasures. And 3, they're constantly fighting for stability. Now, we anchor ourselves to these 3 things because we mistakenly place more importance and value on them than we need to. You'll be totally fine with a little discomfort. You will survive sacrificing short-term pleasures for long-term gain. And if you're a little bit unstable for a time, you'll eventually find your footing again. The time and money it takes to keep holding on to these things is finite. You're always going to feel like you're on a hamster wheel. So you have to move away from tying yourself to trying to make the present moment as comfortable and as perfect as possible and get yourself used to handling a little awkwardness. It's the only way you're going to have enough of those resources to roll over to your future self, which you can then use to create more time and money. The comfort of the present should not be more important than the rewards of long-term gains. Number 3, understand the lag effect. The rewards for your efforts don't show up immediately. Most things worth doing take time to pay off. The problem is, people expect quick results, right? And when those results don't come in right away, they quit too early. The lag effect helps you to recognize that the actions you take today, even if they seem small, create the foundation for exponential growth in the future. When you grasp the lag effect, you stop expecting quick results and start focusing on what truly matters, the long-term impact of your choices. This mindset will stop you from giving up too soon. A little effort, repeated over time, creates results far bigger than the sum of its parts. Most people don't understand this and they end up sabotaging themselves. They give up because they can't see the progress yet. They chase immediate gratification, jumping from one thing to the next instead of staying consistent. The lag effect isn't your enemy, okay? It's a feature of long-term success. Number 4, look at the opportunity cost lens. David Allen, author of the hugely popular book Getting Things Done, says you can do anything, but not everything. The more you understand this, the more you'll be able to put your resources toward the things that will give you the best results. Every choice you make has a cost, okay? The next best thing that you're giving up. The opportunity cost lens helps you to see that every choice you make is costing you an opportunity. When you spend time, money, or energy on one thing, you lose the chance to use those resources on something else, possibly something better. It's the invisible price of every decision. Spend all your time on low-value tasks and you lose the chance to build a skill that could increase your earning potential. When you use the opportunity cost lens to reframe how you spend your time and money, you become aware of what you're trading every time you make a choice. You're less likely to waste your time and money when you know exactly what you're losing out on. Number 5, recognize the paradox of freedom. The world is full of options and choices, right? And those options and choices are very effective sponges for your time and money. These resources aren't just soaked up by the choices that you've made. What really drains your time and money is constantly thinking about them, ruminating about all of these options and weighing them up because you want to make the best decision. Too many options leads to paralysis, okay? Not progress. So you either have to put strict limits on your options, where you choose to not even consider more than what you need, or you have to get experts you trust to make the decisions for you. Wedding planners pick a few venue options for you based on what you want, so do travel agents and financial advisors. And in the safe haven blue chip investment world, Masterworks, the sponsor of today's video, does it better than anyone, okay? Their experts do all the heavy lifting for you. They analyze the market, buy pieces with proven value, and make it easy for you to invest in shares of high-quality art. The contemporary art market has even outpaced the S&P 500 overall across the last 30 years. So now everybody has the opportunity to put money into investments that pay. And Masterworks recently posted another profitable return from selling a Basquiat painting for $8 million. Investors have realized annualized net returns of the likes of 17.6%, 17.8%, and 21.5% from assets held for 1 year. Now, usually, services like Masterworks have a long waitlist, and traditionally, only high net worth individuals were approved. But since you're an Alux subscriber, you're getting special treatment. Go to masterworks.art/Alux or scan the QR code on screen right now to skip that waiting list and invest in blue chip art today. But back to the topic at hand here. The paradox of freedom goes against everything we hear about the abundant, amazing opportunities that we have at our fingertips. We're made to believe that having so many options is the epitome of human evolution. But your brains simply cannot process so many decisions all the time. When you put boundaries around your time and money, you take away distractions, and that allows you to zone in on the things that will actually drive high-impact results. The more you limit unnecessary decisions, the clearer your path becomes. So you have to be the one who takes charge of limiting your choices. Set those constraints, and you'll give yourself the ability to direct your energy to the right places. Number 6, it's a battle. Your wants versus society's views. Society tells you how to spend your time and money. It pressures you to follow trends, buy things you don't need, and live according to other people's standards. And when you let societal views dictate your choices, you waste resources on things that don't matter to you. You have to reject those pressures, okay? Make decisions based on what you truly value, not on what others think you should do. Society will try to push you into the herd, but you know better. Look at the iconic Dolly Parton, for example. She's a legend, right? So well respected in multiple industries, but it wasn't always like that. She faced a lot of criticism when she started her career. Think about it. Country music personalities are usually quite reserved and conventional, but Dolly Parton is glamorous and bold. At first, people pushed back against this. They wanted her larger-than-life persona to stand in the background of her music like most other stars. But she stuck to her guns, and people eventually embraced her for it. She ushered in a whole new way of making music, where the personality tells the story just as much as the songs do. Stick to your values even when everyone else is walking the other way. They'll eventually come around and understand your choices. Number 7, getting a second job is freeing, not limiting. Now, a lot of people see working a part-time job in addition to your main job as a major failure of our capitalist system. They say that nobody should need to work multiple jobs just to get by. And while this is absolutely true, the idea of working 2 jobs isn't a new thing. For as long as we've been alive, humans have been multi-skilled. We've been hustlers for ages. We don't work just one job. In the past, most people had some kind of extra income on the side. It wasn't formal work, but it did bring in something extra to add some weight to their purses. A part-time job doesn't just give you extra income, it also gives you peace of mind because if anything happens, you know you've got something to fall back on. It occupies your time in a productive way, and because your main job brings in the bulk of your money, you can choose a part-time job that you actually enjoy. There are so many flexible part-time, remote jobs available that allow you to dictate your time and the volume of the work that you can take on. Your job isn't meant to be something you hate, okay? It should be a fun challenge, something you enjoy doing and doing well. That extra income will give you so much more confidence and stability. Just you watch. Number 8. Always remember that not all hours are created equal. Some hours in your day are far more valuable than others. Your energy, focus, and creativity peak at certain times. Research into circadian rhythms shows that everyone has moments where their mental and physical performance is at its best. You can transform how you work by nailing down your most productive hours. Maya Angelou recognized this when she dedicated her mornings to writing. She knew her creativity and clarity were sharpest early in the day, and that's when she started her writing. Your most important missions deserve your high-energy moments. The repetitive and routine things you do can take a back seat and can be saved for when your energy starts to dip. Number 9. Stop doing the work that tools and money can do for you. Now, a lot of things that you do every day could be easily handled by tools, systems, or other people. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, outsourcing certain chores, like hiring someone to mow your lawn or clean your house, lets you focus on upskilling or spending time with your family. If you're a student, you can use apps like Notion or Trello to organize your assignments and due dates instead of manually writing everything down and trying to remember it all. If you're a parent, you can streamline your family's life with shared digital calendars so everyone knows what's going on for the week. Stop spinning your wheels on maintenance and start building momentum. The less time you spend on things that tools and money can handle, the more time you have to create, innovate, and grow. That's how you turn limited time into endless potential. Number 10. You get better results when you enjoy what you're doing. The amount of energy you bring to your work determines how much you can achieve and how quickly you can make progress. When you feel energized, work feels smoother, progress happens faster, and the results are better. When your energy is low, everything feels harder, everything. You lose momentum, and even simple things feel like a struggle. Energy isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional too. It drives how focused, creative, and motivated you feel. If you put your energy into something that excites you, you tap into a natural rhythm where everything flows more easily. Directing your energy properly lets you do more with less effort, and you get a far better outcome in the long run. Number 11. Every successful life runs on a great system. Now, a system is a plan or routine that handles the small decisions in your life without you needing to think a lot about them every time. It works like a machine, efficient and predictable, so you can focus on bigger goals. Take paying bills, for example. Setting up automatic payments is a system. You don't have to remember dates or worry about late fees because it's already taken care of. Meal planning is another system. If you decide ahead of time what you'll eat for the week, you avoid last-minute stress and save both time and energy. A good system keeps your life running smoothly. It takes away distractions and helps you to focus on what's truly important. With the small stuff handled, you've got the space to grow and achieve more. Number 12. Confirm, don't anticipate. When it comes to investing, everyone tries to guess what will happen next, even if they know it can lead to losses. Some people even make decisions based on big-picture predictions, like thinking, well, people are going out to eat more again, so the food delivery company DoorDash will lose business and I'll bet against it. Never guess, okay? You might be right in theory, but if the market doesn't behave as you expect, your portfolio takes a hit. Always wait for proof before you act. Use charts to see what's actually happening. If you believe the overall market is going to drop, draw a line on the chart where the trend currently seems to be holding steady. If the stock falls below that line, it's a sign the market is actually reversing, not just fluctuating temporarily. At this point, you can act with a bit more confidence. This way, you're not just guessing, you're reacting to real changes. Most of the time, you won't miss out on the move. In fact, you'll probably catch it just as it's starting, giving you a better shot at making smarter investments. Let the evidence guide you, okay? Not your assumptions. Number 13, do fewer things, but better. Trying to do too much at once makes everything harder, right? When you spread yourself too thin, your time and money lose their impact. It's like pouring water into too many cups. None of them ever become full. So focus on fewer, more important things, and you'll save your energy and get better results. Studies by researcher Gloria Mark show that constantly switching between tasks reduces productivity and increases stress. Every time you shift focus, your brain takes extra time to adjust, slowing you down and making mistakes more likely. Multitasking might feel productive, but it actually wastes a bunch of time. Number 14. Scarcity shapes your choices, so you need to control it. Scarcity is having less of something that you feel you need. It could be money, time, or any resource, really, and when something feels scarce, it changes the way you think and act. Your focus narrows, and you start to make decisions that address the immediate problem while ignoring the bigger picture. Scarcity creates urgency. If money feels tight, you might skip investing in your future because it feels safer to hold on to every penny. If you're pressed for time, you might rush through your work to get it done, even if it means sacrificing quality. These choices seem, logical in the moment. They fix the immediate issue, but they create bigger problems later on. Holding back on long-term investments can keep you stuck. Cutting corners at work can lead to mistakes that take more time to fix. Scarcity tricks your brain into focusing on survival instead of growth. So you need to pause, step back, and think beyond that immediate pressure. And number 15, you can borrow time from your future self. Live as if you've already achieved your biggest goals with time and money. Borrow time by asking, what would the version of me who has mastered these resources, what would they do right now? It's a simple tool, but it totally changes how you see decisions and helps you to focus on what truly matters. Think of it as working backward from the life you want. Every choice shows the person you aim to become. Decisions are not tied to your current situation, Aluxer. They are guided by your future success. And that's all from us today, my friend. We hope you had a great new year. Here's to crushing it in 2025. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, take care.